Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of A Different Perspective, Chasing Squirrels.
A different perspective, raising vibrations while chasing squirrels. We came up with this title together, and I had it basically that way first, and she said, no, it sounds better the other way. And now she's
Tomato.
So we are having a show right now where you can call it almost anything you want.
Pretty much. I'm Beanie, John, and
this is Garrett.
And
this is Garrett.
Yes.
The squirrels found me. I just want to put it out there.
Yeah,
well, because you told us we don't have to chase the squirrels because we're the nuts and the squirrels will come anyway.
Yes,
right, and look who came.
Exactly. See?
So is this you or is this Sasquatch?
This is Sasquatch. They're nuts too.
They're nuts too.
They're very big nuts. Yes.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
Well, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
About me?
Yes. Well, I know a lot about him already.
I know nothing.
He's one of my teachers.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
All I know is John says, we have Garrett over. I'm like, okay.
You said yes.
She says, whoever you want.
I said,
so I went over and
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he banged his drum and you came up.
Yeah.
I don't answer the drums anymore.
Okay.
That was 2 lifetimes ago.
Oh, sorry.
Actually 4.
So he did whatever he did and here you are.
He just somehow wrote me in and summoned
threw
me,
the nuts out of
and
the
I
squirrel's
said
cage.
yes. All right, fine. And then lo and behold, I'm sitting next to a German.
Yes.
Former German.
Former German.
Former German. Yeah.
Former German.
I
Well, I told him Sasquatch
I'm a
was
crossover.
going to be making an appearance. He said, all right, I'll be right down.
He didn't tell me it was in human form.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I know. I was expecting.
Well, there was
the
a
real
need
deal,
to know, and clearly you didn't need to.
But do you really know what the real deal is?
I did not get that memo, John. Did not get it. Totally did not get it. Yeah, but I still showed up.
I know.
Yeah, you did.
I
I still
appreciate it.
showed up.
Awesome.
So now I'm here.
All right, cool. So tell us a little bit about you.
About me, let's
Yes.
see. What do you want to know?
Everything.
In this current lifetime?
In this
Yes,
current lifetime. Yes.
Current lifetime.
In this present moment.
In this present moment here, in this costume?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so in this costume. Let's see. Where do I even begin? No, I'm just kidding.
Well.
In this costume, I embarked on the journey of embodying in the indigenous self again. So I'm the Navajo Nation. I was born and raised near Shiprock in New Mexico. Was born and raised down there. And that's where all this started to happen. So when actually I shouldn't say that. I was given the foundation of what was to come.
Okay.
So with the awakening, with these abilities, with all of connecting, communicating with Sasquatch and the Star People and all the other stuff in between. So that created a great platform, a good foundation for me to journey and embark on this adventure.
Very cool.
Yeah, so that's kind of where I'm at,
Well, tell us about part of that adventure.
Well, back in 2008, when all this happened to me, it's coming up to the day because on January 27th, on my 27th year, that's when all of this happened. So I was communicating telepathically with my nephew who was not born yet. He was still in sister's womb. And then on top of that, I was having visions of the future, the dream time, seeing things that were going to happen. And at the same time, my hands were lighting up. So I had these abilities that were going on and didn't know exactly what was happening. And
Did it freak you out at first?
No, it didn't freak me out. I just knew everything was going to be okay. Because that whole entire week of my birthday, I was in bliss mode. Complete bliss. Just smiling like, everything's great, guys. Everything's fine. And of course, we also got word that we're being laid off.
Oh.
So I was still living and working in corporate America at the time, and we got news that same week that we were being laid off. And so in that time period, I was just like, everything's fine, guys. And they're like, what the hell's wrong with you? And I'm like, I'm fine. I don't know about you guys. What's the big deal? I know we're going to be okay. Right? So I was just in this positive, energetic mindset throughout the whole entire time. And I knew that what was going to happen was that I was just there basically to bring illumination to all of my co-workers at the time.
Mm-hmm.
And at the same time, I'm trying to figure out what the heck is happening here, guys. There's something going on because my hands are lighting up and I'm seeing things. I'm hearing nephews communicate with me in the dream time, so obviously something special is happening, right? So it had started off that way, and then fast forward all the way to delivery time, and that's when nephew said, you have to be here to welcome me into the earth, that I can't come out until you are here. So I had to say goodbyes to all the co-workers and stuff and drive all the way back down to the Navajo reservation, and that's where I was given awareness that I had these abilities. So my uncle at the time, he had indicated that part of my role in this lifetime was to be a bridge, to be in service as a bridge, to bring in the higher vibrations and to help the lower vibrations, old earth, old density. This is prior to 2012, to help raise the frequency there along with the peoples. And so what he did tell me, this is where I crack up, what he did tell me,
surprise!
Yeah, I know, exactly, was that, hey, you're also going to be talking to Sasquatch and all sorts of different star people that are here.
Now tell us a little bit about Sasquatch.
So Sasquatch,
For those who don't know, because I don't.
So Sasquatch is basically, they're also known as the Bigfoot.
Okay.
Depending on where you are on this planet, on the Earth, reference to them Bigfoot. Florida area, they call them the skunk ape. In the Himalayas, Yeti. They have different. Hi guys, they showed up here. They're right here. They just opened their window. They're interdimensional beings, so that's why you guys can't find them. You know those shirts that say "Hiding Seat Champions of the Earth"? That's them. So they're right here because they're interdimensional beings.
Very
so
cool.
You have all the Finding Bigfoot people. They're looking with their cameras this way, and then behind them, Sasquatch. That's what they're doing because they're behind them.
Nice.
So the Sasquatch people have been here on Earth as Earth Guardians longer than we have.
Very cool.
Yeah, so they're very much, in a way, coming out of the Sasquatch closet now because they're connecting with their ambassadors, and they're bringing higher awarenesses about their existence, but also just different healing techniques. So
very cool.
Yeah, they're gifting a lot of us awarenesses around what we can do to help the planet, but also to help ourselves.
Yeah, that's what I was just going to ask you about. What about, their assistance with the planet? What are the things that they're doing?
They are, in Navajo and Hopi traditions, we refer to them as the land herders. And there are a lot of other indigenous wisdoms that call them the Earth Guardians. And so they're here in service to the planet. They've been here longer than we have. And they're just helping keep the vibration high, but they're also helping to elevate. Like, for example, with all the clear cutting that's happening in the Northwest, they are pretty much bringing awareness to the contactees, to their human ambassadors, to help with this, to assist, because a lot of the clear cutting, like the trees and the places that are being overrun with this, is that their portals and the stability energetically are being messed up.
Right.
So they have different structures that are in place, they have different trees that have been planted in a certain way to hold a frequency, vibrationally speaking, of the planet. And so when you go over there and start cutting all these things because the humans don't know any better, that's where these guys come in, because they have to recalibrate and restabilize those energetic areas. And so primarily this is what they're doing from a higher awareness.
Wow, that's cool. So your uncle told you you can talk to them now and star people?
Yeah. So the Star Nations, all of that came into awareness, 3 years ago.
Okay.
At the Psychic Sasquatch retreat up in Washington. And I was given the awareness to start speaking the star languages, the many forms, many different aspects of it. And so when I came back from that conference, I had a deeper understanding of vibration with regards to the tonalities and forms of words and frequencies.
Okay. It sounds fun. I have no clue what you said, but it sounds fun.
Because the translation is these are languages of the heart.
Okay.
So that's why a lot of it really, when you're feeling and listening from the heart, when you're empathing off, that's where the translation comes forward.
Okay.
So
Very
the
cool.
different facets, different awarenesses with the star languages, and this is part of our being now. So what the Star Nations have shared with us is that it's time for us to be. We already know we're not from the planet. We already know that we come from different elsewhere to be here. You know, no more star seed. We already know all that. Now it's time to start being. And this is where Sasquatch, there's Sasquatch here by the way. Probably my guide, his name is Uniac. Uniac means easy going.
Oh, I like it. These are our people.
And he likes to pet John because John has the same color fur as he does.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, he's a white Sasquatch. He's got white hair, so he's like, oh, okay, mini-me.
We're gonna call you Mini Me.
Yeah.
My name's Chewy.
Yeah, I got nothing.
Yeah, exactly, right? And that's the nature of his game because, you know, the Sasquatch people are very lighthearted because they are very much in their inner child, in their inner expression around inner child. They love to play. They love laughter.
They're my people.
Yeah, that's why they get along with us very well. That's why he's like, hey, my people, I'm going to come right on in and see what I do.
Hey, welcome.
Yeah.
Anytime, seriously.
Yeah.
So, go in vibration. So, when you walked into my house,
Yes.
so you've never been here, when you walked into my house, you got like dizzy or something.
Yes.
What was that all about?
That was a shift, something in they're referring to, it was for me, because I was coming down here, and it was like my frequency had to match your house, so there was an interdimensional grounding that I had to do.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And then there, of course, all your helpers that were there. Your helpers. I call them helpers.
Yeah.
Yeah. So all the funness, the guides, or whoever that was welcoming into the space.
Oh, good.
We're making way for you. Okay, let's go ahead and touch my Oreo while you're at it, too. Make me feel a little, right? Yeah, I'm an airhead. I don't know if John told you that.
That's why we all get along.
Yeah, I know. Because I like to play with feathers a lot. And so and it's funny, because when I was coming here, I have to tell you what happened. Right over here, I just got done mending, see, airhead, we're just bouncing all over the place, right?
That's chasing squirrels.
Chasing squirrels. I ain't chasing them. They can find me. I'm done chasing. No more. Yep. No. Anyway, as I was coming over here.
You can hide, but you can't run.
Right?
Is that it? No.
But not from an eagle. See, as I was cruising here, right there, right before I had to take the left, there was an eagle flying right across the road. It was a golden eagle. I wasn't sure at first. I saw it, and of course it's huge, and then you see it flapping really gracefully.
Right.
And I'm like, is that an eagle? It has to be, because it's graceful. Okay, and then I see it right in front of me. I'm like, oh, hi, guy! Hi! And the car's like, hi! And I'm like, thank you!
Now you're an interdimensional being.
This was a golden eagle. So the medicine-wise, when it comes to golden eagle versus bald eagle I primarily work with, right? Golden eagle doesn't go past the realms of earth. Okay. So earthly lifetimes, earth energies, harnessing the energies around golden eagle, it doesn't go beyond that. Bald eagle, on the other hand, they go higher. They're like, Earth, see ya, we're out. So,
and you know, it's interesting because when we first moved here, the first 3 or 4 years, there was a pair of bald eagles flying over there. And I was not into the whole spiritual anything.
Yeah.
I just thought it was really cool.
Yeah.
You know, and to me, and I only saw them in the first 2 weeks of January. I did not see them the rest of the year. Only the first 2 weeks and only once within the first 2 weeks of January. So, but I knew I would have a great year.
Yeah.
And, you know, and as I grew and my awareness changed and all that, I don't see them again. I was like, well, knowing what I know now, you know, I'm not surprised, but looking back, I was like, that was so cool.
Did you run off the road too?
Almost.
I do that every time.
Well, but see, when we first moved here, you know, when you come up from Powers, and then you turn left into my neighborhood,
Yes.
there was no straight through.
Oh.
You could only go left.
Oh.
Or you end up in a fence and in the fields.
Okay. In the ditch somewhere.
Yeah.
Yep.
So it was nice, but there was a big roundabout turnaround, so I could stand. I mean, I pulled in there and then I just sat there and I looked at them from there. So.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah.
No, it was just really cool.
Now you mentioned the feathers. You work with feathers all the time. Play with them.
Yes.
You're the founder of the Feather Way.
Correct.
The healing thing, which is what I studied.
Yeah.
With Duncan.
Yes.
Is that what you did on me the other day?
Yeah, I did some of that with
Yeah.
you the other day. Yeah.
And
Cool.
so that was what I was playing with this morning.
Mm-hmm.
One of my family's golden eagle feathers. I was down visiting Mom last week, and it broke.
Wow.
The quill broke, but it didn't completely break off. So I'm like, oh, I could fix that. You just wrap it and put some stuff in. Right. So I fixed it this morning, which was a golden eagle feather.
Yeah.
And I was finishing it up. And I didn't realize that was the synchronicity, the validation. It's like, oh, hi, Garrett. I finally got you down on Earth. This is your grandmother speaking. Grandmother Golden Eagle. She's been trying to get me down on this planet to be here. Because I'm always on bald eagle time, and bald eagles are like, see ya.
Yeah,
You're nothing part of this Earth. We out of this reality.
Yeah.
So,
Nice.
Of course, when that went like that right over me, I'm like, oh, hi, I guess I'm here for the long haul. Great. So in the featherweight
It's not so
teaching,
bad.
well, yeah.
That's what you make,
I
yeah.
know. Only with the right people.
That is true. So true. And here you are.
And here
Look
I
at
am
it.
with all my clowns. I'm like, okay, yeah. So in the featherweight teachings, that's exactly what I provide is the awareness around the medicines behind the variation between the different birds.
Mm-hmm.
So in that class, there's a total of 30 different bird totems that I include in the workbook. And then I give awareness around, like, for example, which feather to work with in order to bring about a manifestation.
Okay.
And golden eagle, again, like I said, is grounded. Bald eagle is higher, so you're going galactic.
How about hawk?
Hawk usually is seeing things from the eagle's eye view too, but it has to do with messenger.
Okay.
So really, just the messenger being in that energy around that.
Because I was told it's one of mine, because I am a messenger.
Mhm.
That's what I was
See?
told.
Yeah, and look, here you are. You're having us chase squirrels.
Yeah.
See, the
I
messenger.
have magic powers.
Yeah,
So,
you did.
like, what was it? One of the final, I guess, ceremonies we were doing, you know, and oh god, my brain is going dead here.
Squirrels.
No,
it's.
what's her
He's not
name?
here, he's
Who
not
you
here.
work with?
It's the-
I can't think of her name.
Who?
At the Illuminations. What's her name?
Gail?
Gail. I just couldn't pop it in my head.
Yes.
You know, I was doing a little bit of the stuff on her while we were doing it just before we did the directions and everything.
Yes.
And she says, "Oh, stop! Wait a minute! I gotta be right back." She ran out. She goes into the thing and she comes back and she presented me with the golden eagle feather.
Uh-huh. Yep.
And you know, and that's one of the main ones I use. And
Mhm.
especially, it's interesting because I didn't know all about it. Like, but the people who I was using on mostly were ungrounded.
Mm-hmm.
Most people are ungrounded.
Mm.
Right, but no, but you know, there's different types of ungroundedness, you know, and that feather would come right out.
Yeah.
And I'd work on it. And some of them I did like Reiki.
Yeah.
And I
Right.
blew it into the crown and the third eye.
Yeah. John's using the gentle approach. I usually just like,
Wow.
it works, trust me. Pain
know
works
what?
wonders.
You know, my thing is, it's like I'm a straightforward, black and white, bottom line kind of person. I'm
Yeah.
like, bam, here you go.
Sometimes people need that, let me
Mhm.
tell you.
That's
Even I
true.
will get checked, so I know.
Yeah.
Pain works wonders, guys, I know.
Roosevelt knew that well. Walk softly and carry a big stick.
Yeah. And you know what I find is that individuals, like when we stub our toe, we bang our knee, or something along those lines, it is serving a purpose because that's the body's way of saying, Garrett, Oh, ouch, you're back. Ouch, I'm back. Welcome to Earth. Ouch, back into this 3 body. Okay. Yeah, so it's serving a purpose.
Shit, they never let me leave.
Well,
Because you have a mission.
yeah.
Yeah, but I could do without the pain. I mean, I could do the mission without the actual pain. I'd be okay with that.
Oh, well, let them know. Let
I
yourself
have, but I don't know, I'm not communicating the right way, I guess.
Well, it's
Or they're
like me and
just-
computers,
Oh,
right?
they're just like, yeah, okay,
know.
good
I'm the
luck.
same way, John. I break stuff. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that would be,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, no, don't mess with computers for me.
No.
No, that's
Same
the one
with me.
thing that
Mm-mm.
no.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, she's like, talk to your guides. I said did, and they're laughing.
Well, it was a valid suggestion.
Yeah.
It was.
Yeah.
And it was like, to me, it was obvious, like, you don't think I haven't tried this before?
It doesn't always work either.
Obviously.
Yeah.
You need to find the love language, man.
Yeah.
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 I took my computer out to dinner. I wined it,
Did you
dined
give
it.
it some
Still
wine?
didn't work.
You've
Like,
upgraded it.
What was it?
Downloaded it.
Download or upload?
No. You did both. Upload, download. It still didn't work.
Nothing worked. Nothing worked. You know.
Next time, just say you might buy a Dell instead and see how they react on that one.
Adele, I like
Or-
that.
Yeah, a Dell or an
Adele.
Apple. Just tell them say
Or whatever,
Well, I like the
whatever
name.
you don't have.
I like the name Adele.
Adele.
You know.
Yeah.
She sings to me.
Yeah. One of the other things too is I haven't mentioned yet. Of course, this is crazy.
I like crazy.
I know, crazy's the new normal.
I
So
know, right?
John knows
Yeah.
this because it started right as soon as I walked in. I'm like, oh snap, the clowns are here. So I came into awareness that I embodied the Heyoka energy too.
The who?
Heyokas.
Okay.
So this is a
Sacred
Lakota term,
Gotcha.
and it means the sacred clown. So in those traditions, in the Plains tradition, Lakota traditions, they have the clowns who are very important because we have to lighten it up.
Right?
So they're the contraries, they do things backwards, they go around on the other way, counterclockwise, everybody's going this way. So either you get kicked out of the ceremony or else you're part of the ceremony. So that's the clown's role. And so in that awareness, Sitting Bull was actually the one that came to me in guide form and he said, "You're my brother." And then what did Garrett do? He went and researched.
All right.
Garrett
No.
didn't do all right. He's like this. He's looking at all the storybooks and the picture. I'm like, that's not right. Sitting Bull was the only boy. And he went, "No, silly, you're my spiritual brother." Oh, is that what that means? Exactly. That's exactly how he presented himself to me. So that's when he said, "Knock it off. Get out of your seriousness." I think that's why I get along with Sasquatch really well because
right?
they're like that. They're mischievous.
That's awesome.
When you're too serious, then you know that you're too serious.
Mhm.
That you got to lighten it up. That
I
you
wouldn't
gotta
know
do
what that's
stuff.
like.
No,
I
no.
really
not
wouldn't
you.
know.
And you
no.
can always tell the
Because
clown
happiness
table.
matters.
Well, exactly. And laughter is healing.
Right?
Definitely. So, that's why the clowns were revered. They were important.
Yeah, but
And
they
that's-
freak me out. I mean, the clowns with the...
All the other stuff?
You know, yeah.
Like the makeup
The Western clowns.
Oh, the Western clowns.
freak
They
me
didn't do
out.
it right. That's
no,
why.
they freak me out. They're creepy. I mean, they really are creepy.
Like, you know the old playing cards and you got the court jester?
yeah, I like
That's
the...
the sacred
fool.
clown. That's exactly what the picture of a Heyoka looks
Yeah.
like.
The fools.
Gotcha.
They got the...
See, those I
thing
can
with the
relate
little
to. Those I
bells
never
on
had
it.
a problem with.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
But those circus clownish type things, they're...
Oh, that scares a
God,
lot
they're
of people.
creepy.
Mhm.
that
They're
scares a
creepy as all can be.
Mm-hmm. Well, they got it
But
wrong.
my old car could fit about 30 circus clowns in it.
In person?
In person. Everybody was like, this is like the circus. When I pack my drums into my car, I pull out a big cart, and then I'd be like 10, 20 drums coming out. Then I get a stand, and I got
Well, you
this
still
thing and
do.
microphones. But no, I don't carry as much as I used to.
And then
Oh.
this is the clown.
Because I've seen you pull the stuff out of for the drumming circle, and I'm
Yeah.
like,
Where? How does that get in there?
so it's like, is it like Mary Poppins' car?
Yeah.
You know, it's just
So this is me along with all the cosmic clowns who are watching this. We're like, it's like, could I use some help? Like, we're doing good. We're over here.
Well, that's what they want them on the
It's like
computer.
March.
That's what they're doing.
Yeah. on the computer.
Oh
So
my
not
goodness.
Yeah, but it's an important role. You
Right.
know? It's important because we gotta bring up the vibration, and the quickest way to do that is laughter.
And you know, it's funny, one of the hashtags I use for my business too, it's hashtag raise your vibration.
Yeah, raise your
Because
vibration.
it's important.
Yeah,
It
and
is.
the quickest.
Do you hear that, guys? Raise your vibration, do something fun.
Yes. Stop
Laugh.
being so serious.
Laugh.
I know. And
Yep.
you can start by not taking yourself so serious.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
You know?
Because if you're serious, then it's kind of.
It's
It's a
about-
buzzkill.
Everybody starts falling asleep. That's how you know. When people start falling asleep on you, you're losing them. So you gotta get them moving. You gotta crack them up. So throw a joke in there. Throw a joke in there.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I just love it.
See?
I love it. I'm so glad you're here. This is so much fun. Who knew?
I like watching you two.
We don't have to say anything. We'll look at each other and then we'll just
I
say,
don't like.
I know.
Right?
That's how you know a clown when you see one for real, John.
Yeah.
It's like you know a clown.
Well,
The clown's table is usually the most loudest table.
Because we have the most fun.
And everybody like, I want to sit over there. There's no more room. No, I'm gonna sit next to you. No, there's no more room. You can't sit here.
Mhm.
No, you're too serious. Go away.
I know, right?
And then you, then
But
we
you
start
know, but
taking
you know what I've noticed too, since my vibration is going up, so many people that used to hang out,
Yeah.
they're fizzled. They're gone.
They're gone.
You know,
Exactly.
and it's just like, And at first, when I started my journey to take my power back in me, I thought, I was like, what's wrong with me? You know, because I mean, the friends that I had, because I changed, all of a sudden they weren't friends anymore. And then I made new friends and they lasted for like 5 minutes. And I was like, what's wrong with me? Why am I not keeping friends? Well, it turned out it had nothing to, well, it had everything to do with me. But it's because I was changing, I was growing, and they weren't.
Yes,
Right.
it's like, because you were working, that's why.
Right, and they weren't, and they just, and they didn't want to. You know, they were staying where they were, and I just went,
Yeah. Yep, you're like, serious?
and now it's like,
Yeah.
I love it.
Yep, and now you're bringing in the other crew,
I know, right?
and then you're having one big, huge gathering, and now you can't shut up.
Well, I already have that
See
problem.
what happens?
yeah. Even when she's at the table by herself.
Yeah, it's just like, okay.
Hey,
Everybody
every
says,
once in a while, I gotta have a staff meeting, okay?
Right. She sets up mirrors.
I don't even need mirrors. I don't even need mirrors.
Beanie, what do you think?
Yeah.
You know, when I go float, so I go floating at the Lunar Float Spa
Mhm.
every so often, because that's when I can just totally disconnect from here and connect with me and all that, you know. And every time I come out, the guy who owns it, he goes, so, did you get the answers you needed? I said, absolutely, it was a great staff meeting. We got it all worked out. Well, because when I go float, you know, I have questions that I need answers and stuff that I need help with, and I look for the, and, you know, asking for the answers. And so I call it a staff meeting.
Yes.
You know, and then afterwards I'm like, yes.
Yes.
And I've
So-
learned to bring a notebook so I can write it down.
For some people who don't know what floating is, it's a,
Oh.
it's a deprivation tank, sensory
It's-
deprivation
right.
tank.
And then
that
you
you're
float
floating in.
On Epsom salt, it's kind of like the Dead Sea salt
Right.
sensation. You float on salt water. It's just Epsom salt, so it's good for your skin too. You know, and it's
Yeah,
a
she
pod.
exfoliates in there.
Oh my god, it's amazing. And it's a pod, and it's like if you're claustrophobic, you can leave the lid open and leave the light on. But to me, that defeats the purpose. So I close the lid and turn the lights off, turn the sound off, and it's just
Nothing.
oh.
She's
my
in the void.
God.
She
I
goes in
am.
the void.
I
That's what
really
she
do,
does.
and it is absolutely amazing for me.
I've never done it yet. One of
Just
those
don't
days.
go after she goes, okay?
Yes,
guys?
yeah.
Well, they change out the water right
Yeah,
after.
yeah. Make sure.
It's just amazing. I absolutely
Don't wear a
love
black
it.
shirt, you know.
No, don't. Black suit. Don't be wearing the black suit. Yeah. See what happens when you get the clowns going?
I know.
Now we can't stop.
I know, I love it. No, but floating is just amazing. And I'm just a giant floaty.
Yeah. And talking about water.
Yes.
Now you are, what do they call it? A water keeper, or what is it? What is it called?
I guess you would say I'm a water carrier in a way,
Yeah.
but I do more of the behind the scenes work. Like
I was gonna say I carry a lot of water too.
yeah, I know, right? Yeah.
I'm retaining.
Let's ring her out. Let's just kind of ring her out right now. There. It's like, I'm the water ringer.
If only we could.
Yeah.
Anyway. So you water carrier, what does that mean?
Well, sort
water
of.
keeper,
Sort
or
of like a water, but I do a lot of blessings to many different places of water.
Okay.
And I was driving here, and I noticed you guys got that river there. I'm like, okay, and I'll do a check-in and say, okay, guys, does it need one of the crystals? Because I'll have crystals with me, and these crystals have different programs in it.
Okay.
And just depending on what that water says or what they say, then I'm like, okay, do I go over there? Do I need to do prayers? Do I need to do ceremony? A lot of the time, the answer ends up being yes. So when I do this type of work, it just depends on what the intention is, and but also where I'm going. So with a lot of traveling that I've done in the last year or so, going up and down to like West Coast. I was just in Seattle. I was down in Phoenix area. So all there, did all the rivers, the reservoirs, all that usually comes into my awareness, and then they'll tell me.
Nice.
So that's the fluidity. You know, the nature of the game right now is fluidity. So if we're into fluidity,
It kind of comes with water.
yeah. Yeah. Don't worry, guys. We'll ring her out later.
Yeah,
She's too full right now. She's kind of stuck.
I'm full of shift.
She's full of shift.
Full of shift. Yes, I like that.
This is what happens when
Shift
you have water
happens.
retention problems.
Yeah.
Giggles.
You know, and I always step in shift. So.
You get your shift together, man.
See? This is how it's going to be. This is how it's going to be. Yeah. We call this free entertainment.
I love it.
Yeah.
It's the best kind. Oh.
There's a little shift
Really?
on
You
my
had-
shoe here.
You had to do that? Really?
I had to.
Okay.
See, when you're cracking up, that's what I mean. The squirrels, because the nuts are already here. The squirrels are going to come finding you. They will.
Oh, and they're finding us.
Yeah.
Oh, you think?
Welcome, Garrett.
Yeah. And they will find you. They will totally find you, right? Going back along the lines you were saying with your friends and the separation, because that's happening a lot everywhere. And you thought all this time it was you. Well, it is you because you're doing the work and you're being the laughter and you're being the crazy clown. So your vibration is going out there. And who are you attracting? All the other crazy clowns. We're coming.
I love it. No, I'm serious. I love it. And it's like, and
it's a fun way to shake things up.
It is. Oh my God, it is so much fun.
Yeah. Yeah.
We like it. I always expect her to do this.
I think for the next show, you should get John in a hula skirt.
I don't know.
Yeah. With macadamia nuts all over it.
Oh, I like the way you're thinking.
We'll call it initiation.
Yeah. Oh yeah, so to make it sound like, oh, there's something special going on here. Yeah, we're gonna
initiate. We do that a lot.
He fell for it.
Yeah, I know. It was things okay, serious moment.
It's so cool.
See, she's got steaming going on right now.
I know, it's like.
Now, you running a fever? No.
I was.
Boy, because man, you were sick.
I laughed it out. I totally laughed it out.
You have to laugh it out.
You do.
You absolutely have to laugh it out. It's like. It's like, who's got time to be sick? I don't.
No.
It's such a downer.
No. You know, especially when you're in the room full of each other, and if you're in that space, your vibe just goes up, and then people are like, "What's going on over there? I'm gonna have what they're having." So when we're out of our serious head and mindset, and we're okay making fun of ourselves, it's gonna attract, and then people want a piece. I always laugh because it's like everybody wants a piece.
Everybody wants a piece of
you.
you.
They want a piece. It's like, okay, oh my God, here we go again. Here you go.
How'd that go?
Here you guys go. That was my other language.
Yeah.
Exactly, that was the other language. Won't go there language.
Yeah.
John.
So how did you guys meet?
Huh?
How did you guys
How did we meet, John? Was it at the fair?
I think it was probably the fair.
Or
what fair?
And it was.
Us?
Yeah. What's his?
God. Michael. Was it Michael? Cutter?
No. It was what's her? The one you were.
Gail.
Her name is just going out of my head. Gail, because I did readings for Gail a long time ago, and I told her that you were a healer, and she started taking the step. I said, start taking Reiki and all that type of stuff. And basically, I helped her get going because she didn't have the confidence at the time. And boy, she took it by the horns and powerful lady. Really good. Yeah, very, very good.
See, I'm sitting here thinking it's like there's so much more I need to learn.
But that's how we met.
Because I really know nothing.
And that's perfect.
I know nothing. I'm a clean slate, man.
Good. Because if you knew everything, what would be the point?
Well, technically, so fun fact, okay?
Right.
When
it has to be fun.
It is fun. My oldest son, Tim, love him to pieces, love you, Tim.
Yeah.
So I think he was like...
That's a gang sign,
14, it's a heart. He was like 14, 15, and he went through that phase. You know that phase teenagers go through where they say, I know. Everything you tell them, I know. I know. And I got so mad at him one day. I said, good gosh, if you know everything, then why on God's green earth? Blah, 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 And he turned around and he looked at me, and he's so cute. And he get dimples, and he looks at me, he smiles, he goes, Mother. It's like, really? He says, Mother. Fact is, I do know everything. Problem is, I do not remember it all at once. Turned around, walked away, left me stranded.
Wow!
That was great wisdom.
I wonder where he got that from.
Well, he's my son.
The nut doesn't fall far from the tree. And squirrels.
Right? But it's like, at that time I didn't know, but now I know. It's like, damn, he was smart. Well, he still is.
Because he's your son.
He's my son.
Yes, because he's my son.
He better be smart.
Right. Yeah. So, I know we know everything, it's just locked away. Let's just go with that.
That is totally true.
See?
Yes.
And it's so locked away from me right now.
It totally is. And that actually segues into the star language, and that's exactly what they said. That the vibration of the tonalities are here. They're in us. In our auric field. And so when there's certain frequencies that will turn it back on. So that's the nature of the game right now. Because all of us are the we. We are all encompassing. So, we have Sasquatch here, so that's my lifetime when I had Sasquatch. I have indigenous lifetimes here, those previous times on Earth, and then I have all these other facets that are all these different systems. So that's why I can access. So the nature of the game right now is for us to be, so we're opening up to those memories that are there. So as they speaking, the tonality opens. Okay, I don't understand, which is human mind, right? It's like,
he learned half this language from the old touch-tone phones.
So, what can somebody like me do to unlock?
You're just listening, you're feeling the frequencies coming to your field.
One of the perfect examples of that are little children. When you get kids who speak, say, Russian and Chinese and English, and they all get together, there's no language barriers.
Right.
They understand what's going on. They're almost telepathic in a sense.
Exactly.
And that's part of that process.
Yeah.
That when we grow older and we get indoctrinated, we lose.
Yeah. Exactly.
Well, we just get taken over by all this bullshit programming.
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. How did that go?
Yeah.
What are you talking about? What happened?
I don't know.
That's why
It would have been a program that was running in the background.
Delete.
I know, right?
Delete. We'll just delete that.
Poof, disappear, bang. Smoke.
Yeah, I know. It's the summer. See? He felt that. He went right into laughing mode.
I mean, how can we not? This is, if you guys could feel the vibration in here right now, hopefully you can feel it watching.
I think you guys can feel it, right?
You can feel it.
Put your head to your monitor.
Put your hand out. There you go. And touch your heart. There you go. Now you feel it? There you go. See?
It's that simple.
There's a lot of helpers here, by the way. You
Okay,
got a
little
lot
Billy,
of-
keep your hands higher.
Yeah, right. Keep them where you can see them. John always has to go there.
What
I know.
Where?
It derails like that.
Can't take them
I like
anywhere.
it. I like it though.
Because you're German, I know.
Not anymore.
They
I
like
guess.
everything.
That's not true. Germans are very serious and very proper, and
Yes.
not it.
And you know, that's why probably too it's difficult to, because when I share the star languages, when I teach the star language, or more or less help you remember, the tonalities with English, German, and then all the other, like Russian's another one, so they're structured, very rigid, very
Klingon.
stiff, strong, strength, right?
Right.
But then you have French and Spanish and Portuguese.
The love languages?
They have more easier time.
Right.
Rolling of the R's.
Well, see, the Germans can roll their R's.
Get the stundo.
Yeah, yeah.
But it's hard for them because I got Sunday.
Yeah, that's harsh. So I was actually teaching conversational German when we were stationed in Germany on post.
Mm-hmm.
And I told my class that when you speak German, think Klingon. Which was great. Half the class lost it, the other half looked at me like, huh? And the half that got it, I said, you are my people.
You are my people. The other ones are dismissed.
No, but I mean,
They all
German
came in the Star
is
Trek
a
outfits.
very, very harsh,
Yes.
very harsh language.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like, even when you say, I love you, ich liebe dich.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, you get.
Right. So what was that again?
It still sounds really harsh.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know.
Yes.
Yeah, but it's still that phlegm, that
It is.
ich.
It's like there's something wrong. Airballs coming out.
Right, right. But I mean, and German is just a very, very harsh
Right.
language.
Yep.
So,
Mm-hmm.
but.
And people who have a hard time with those backgrounds.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's the fluidity. It's not as flowy.
Yeah, I like just the way it sounds. It's like,
Well, that's this one facet.
Now, where does the Navajo language come
The
in?
Navajo is so 3D for me now. I'm like, I'm past it. I'm like, no. No, I got kicked out. Got banned from the tribe.
I think I'm going to title that show, Navajo is so 3D for me.
Yeah. I already have a shirt that says so 3D.
Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm.
I love that.
I'm to that point. I'm like, all right, none of this BS. We're done. Right? Yeah.
That is so cool.
Yeah. Well, I was a rebel. I was a misfit. And that's what Uncle was saying to me. He goes, you're not supposed to follow the old ways. You're not supposed to follow the traditional ways because he goes, your gifts are here and here. And he says, you already know all this. You're supposed to bring all the higher vibrancies to help the people elevate. Vice versa, you had the foundation, bring those into awarenesses. So there's this exchange that's happening.
Mm-hmm.
So he already kind of, in a way, gave me permission to misbehave.
Oh, darn it.
Because, you know, with the traditional
Fool!
practices, they probably would have kicked me out of the Hogan a long time ago.
Right.
Well, they kind of did. I get in trouble. It's on the cloud.
Hey, you know what? I totally get it because I never fit in anywhere. I mean, growing up, you know, I always felt like an outsider. I always felt like an outcast. I never fit in anything.
It's always the
And
rebels.
I still don't. I mean, I create my own.
Yep.
Right.
And
You
those
know,
are the
and I
ones
always
that are awake.
have.
Those are the ones that are awake because we have to experience and embody all that now, right? To be really remember and be who we are.
Right.
The rebels, the misfits, the ones that are out
The
there.
fabulous.
Yeah, right? Exactly. All of them. So that's-
Fabulous.
Exactly.
Hey.
Yeah.
It was funny on Facebook this morning. One of the groups I'm in, she said, "What is your job title? Or, you know, for business, what's your title?" And I put on there, Queen of Shift.
It is. Go look at her
What
website.
planet is she on? I don't know.
I don't
The
know.
one,
either.
the same language you're speaking.
There's nothing that describes that. It's
She's a
non-existent.
rebel there.
Non-existent on that planet.
I created my own. So I created my own.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, no, I go by with Queen of Shift, helping people get their shift together.
Mm-hmm.
And I have a tiara too.
Oh.
Because
You can.
Because you
I
can.
can. Exactly.
Because Bert and Ernie gave it to her. No.
No, that was the rubber ducky and that's in my bathtub.
See, you can never throw her off.
Oh yes, you can.
That's a good thing.
You can.
Yeah.
There's times I can get thrown for a second and I'm like,
Welcome back.
what happened? Well.
Here's Johnny.
No, but I mean, but you're right with the misfits. I mean, I think the misfits are the ones that get stuff happen.
Mm-hmm.
You know, make people think.
Make you question.
Make you question things. Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, you know, get off the hamster wheel, man. Get off the hamster wheel, guys.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And they're not programmed. And this is when you mentioned the kids, John. It was also too the star kids. I always tell the parents. I said, they're not programmed to fit into the norm. They're not supposed to. Yes, that's why they're not fitting in school, because the school systems are outdated.
You think?
You know, they're like, oh, I'm living American dream. What the hell is an American dream? That's not going to work. Because these kids already know what they're here to do. So we have to hold that environment for them to flourish, you know, so they don't forget who they are.
I like that.
Yeah, that's the nature of the game too. Is a lot of the support for the kids is they're trying to be, but this place is so heavy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, Garrett, I can't be myself because it's so heavy and I'm sensitive and I can feel everybody's shit. I'm like, oh my God, I'm sorry. Welcome to Earth. Sucks, huh? I get it. I totally get it. I'm over it too. Did you read the manual before you came in here? Nope, I bet you didn't. They didn't. See?
And you know, it's like I wish I would have known when my kids were little and growing up what I know now.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's always the way, isn't it?
Right.
You're
But I
feeling
mean,
your way through.
let me rephrase this. I wish I would have had the awareness then that I have now
Well,
to help my kids better.
yeah. I always
That's-
say better late than never, though.
That is true.
So, it's never too late to start, Mom.
They're grown.
Never too late to start, Mom.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Sir, yes, sir.
You can say someone was an army wife.
You know, for like 30 years or so. You know. No, but seriously, it's like, yeah, it's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
It's really interesting, and I love watching people, and I love, you know, it's like when talking with people, and I know you get that too. It's like, and their light bulb goes on,
Mm-hmm.
and all of a sudden they're like, whoosh!
Yep.
That is so amazing.
Yeah, you see the transformation,
Mhm.
and it happens immediately.
It does.
Because they were done. Whatever they were going through, whatever lesson, if it got that, I like to call cosmic 2x4, smack them. Does it hurt?
Oh, I use that all the time too.
And they're like,
The cosmic
yeah.
2x4.
Does it
Well,
hurt
that's
some
it.
more?
I go, the universe hit me with the 2x4.
Mhm.
Same
The
thing.
cosmic 2x4.
Yeah, that's how the book
But you
happened.
could add to it though. See, because right now some people are still like, I'm not sure, Garrett. I'm like, right in the shin. Does it hurt? Oh, good. Now get over it. And they're like, damn. I'm like, I know, because that's where you like, you don't want to piss the Heyoka off because we're over the bullshit. Like, come on, come on, come on, get over here now. See?
Okay.
Yeah, right. and then like, all right, John, right back here, there's a reset button, and then you're like, wow. Now you guys know why you got smacked in the head a lot. It's because reset button. Every time, and it took 3-4 times. Boom, boom, boom.
Interesting.
Yeah, see,
Yeah, look at that.
that's all that. That's
See, I never hit my kids.
never
Well,
too late to start.
No, my thing is because I was abused as a kid, and I was always afraid that if I spanked them even in anger, I would lose my.
Lose it, yeah.
I would lose it and wouldn't stop. So I never. But I got very creative. I
Yeah.
don't do empty threats either.
She has a
Well,
rack. She has boiling oil.
No, you should ask my
Cattle
kids one day how the Christmas was with coal. At one
Yeah.
Christmas, they both got a big burlap sack of coal for
Oh,
Christmas.
nice.
Mama,
Well,
don't play.
We
No.
didn't get the big sack, but in our stocking, we got coal. Like
Like
my mom
real
told
coal,
the
or was it the
stories.
stupid candy coal?
No, real. My uncle, my mom was telling the story that he was being a real jerk when he was little, and he wasn't listening and doing all that. And at Christmas, everybody got some gifts, and because back then they didn't have the wrapping. It was in just the stocking. And he goes in his stocking, and it was filled with coal.
Oh.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, my kids know that
It's
feeling.
There it is. Lesson learned. It's not like, oh, poor little Billy.
No.
We gotta.
Sucks for you, man.
Yeah.
What you put out, you will get back tenfold.
Yes. Even more.
Yeah.
Yep, that's the nature of the game, guys. So watch those thoughts. I've been telling people, watch the thoughts.
Watch the thoughts and then.
Right, because what you think about, you bring about.
Yes.
Yeah.
Instant, almost instant now. It's like fast, fast. So.
Yeah. And that's been coming up in reading so much. It's about, pay attention to the thoughts. If it's not supportive, catch it, acknowledge it, and release it, and give yourself supportive thoughts. Right there. Build yourself up. Don't knock yourself down.
Right?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
And we're our worst enemy.
We are.
And my thing too is I ask people, it's like, would you be offended if somebody talked to you the way you talk to yourself? If the answer is yes, stop it.
Yeah.
It's that simple.
But I tell people, when you catch the thought, the negative thought, or the intention that's popping up because of the thought, and you catch it, don't get mad at yourself. Damn it, I did it again. It's like, no, I caught it this time. Yeah, I might have started it, I may have said something, but now I recognized it. Before I didn't recognize it, I just kept on going and let the hurt or whatever it was go flourish.
Right.
And now you're being more aware. That's about being conscious.
Yep.
What?
Yeah.
What did you call that again, John?
Coffee.
Reset. No.
Reset. And now, a word from our sponsor.
Near Sasquatch walks out.
Sasquatch walks out with his mattress. You guys see that Sasquatch commercial with the purple mattress?
No.
Yeah. It's, hi guys, I know.
Yeah.
Sasquatch, I've been telling this to people too, in the last 2 years, or especially in just this last year, 2019, Sasquatch everything. Like you're seeing Sasquatch commercials. There was like 3 movies about Sasquatch that came out that were released. And a lot of individuals have been asking, Garrett, so what's up? Why is this Sasquatch phenomenon? Why are they really coming out into awareness as well? Because they're preparing us for the bigger thing, which is unity, collective unity, awareness, unifying. So we're all coming out, so him. And then all the star people, and they're like, yeah, we're all here, because it's about the we.
Right.
Yeah, it's not about us, it's about we.
Yeah, the oneness, the whole real strong aspect.
Now I'm
of
going to be
oneness.
really super serious.
Oh, super serious.
Super serious. Now.
Do we have to? Oh, that lasted a second. Look, he already
I know. I like how you called it. I was like, 2 counts here, John. So take bets right now.
No. Oh, time's up, sorry. No, what is Sasquatch of the chemtrails? What are their opinion of what's the heavy metals and all that stuff, and are they able to do anything?
Yes, because they work very much in connection with the Star Nations. So the Sasquatch have different minerals and different he's talking about different metals. There's different metals in the earth. And that's why, thank you, harnessing the frequencies, because that's why there's structures, like there's a lot of activity and stuff, you'll see why they build certain things. That's why they can't be disturbed, because they're actually shooting up to clean up.
Okay.
So they're utilizing the frequencies, the vortices that are on this planet.
Because I picture Merkabas, and I send them out when I start seeing that to transmute that chemicals and the heavy metals and everything else that are up there. And the other day I was out, they started going up across the sky, and I said, wait a minute, I'm just throwing it up, and I'm attaching them now to the airplanes in my mind to transmute. When that stuff's coming out, it's putting out neutral stuff or stuff that only supports the Earth as opposed to. And you know, does it work? I said, it doesn't matter if I know it works, if it doesn't work. It's my intention to try to make something to make a difference. And our thoughts turn into actions and deeds and stuff. If you think it, you can create it.
Yep.
And if you guys don't believe that the Wright brothers, because of them we're on the moon, just saying.
Yeah.
Good.
Thoughts become things.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
One step at a time.
Yep.
They wanted to fly. They were wondering what it would take. They built the plane. Everybody thought they were nuts, and because of them, we are in space. We're on the moon. We're out there. So yeah, there you go. Just in case you're wondering about that.
Yeah. And that's kind of what Sasquatch also too, with their awareness is they're bringing awareness about the planet. They're like holding the mirror up and say, okay, human collective, look what you're doing.
You saw.
Yeah, say what? Look. That's how I put it. They're a little bit more gentle there.
Okay, well, you know, did I mention straightforward? And
I'm to that point now.
You know.
Yeah, Scorpio moon here. I'm just like. That's why I was like, does it hurt yet? Good.
2x4.
Exactly.
Don't
Does
let
it
him
hurt?
sitting off to the
I
side.
know. I get it. No, you'd be getting it right in the middle. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Yes.
wow.
Remember, this is a Garrett sandwich.
And we like it.
Yeah. Yep. I bet you do. Yeah.
You know? We'll just leave it at that.
You'll just leave it at that. Yeah.
This is awesome. You should come back more often.
Yes.
We could do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Plus, you need to come on my other show.
Okay. We can do that. Yeah.
So,
Definitely.
'cause
Yes.
happiness matters.
Yes. Thank you. Uniac, who's here, he is, for viewers, this is when Garrett gives homework.
Oh.
Garrett gives homework. But
Homework.
this is not just from me. This is from Sasquatch too. He says that if you guys were to watch the movie that came out last year, well actually 2 years ago, Smallfoot.
Great movie.
Yes,
You saw
watch
it?
Smallfoot.
Smallfoot.
Yeah.
Where's it on Netflix? Is it on Amazon?
I don't know if it's on.
Was it on
It's on one
YouTube?
of them.
It's probably on one of them.
It's on one
But
of
he
them.
says Smallfoot.
It's a cartoon. It's really, really good.
Yes,
Is it?
Smallfoot.
Smallfoot.
It's really good.
Channing Tatum does the main character.
Yes.
Just in case you know, John, in case you're interested. Just saying.
Okay.
Yeah. I want to hear him in a clown role.
Smallfoot.
You know,
is
Channing
awesome.
Tatum always is in that more serious movies kind of thing, but in Smallfoot, completely reverse.
So wasn't he one of the guys in one of the
Magic
ones
Mike.
I didn't know.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, she would know.
Where they take over the White House? Was he?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, he was the main. He was the hero.
Okay. So now I know who it is.
Yeah, there you go.
Magic
Yeah.
Mike.
Yeah.
Magic Mike.
For all you ladies out there.
So Smallfoot, that's what he's saying. Watch Smallfoot.
Watch Smallfoot.
Watch
Great
Smallfoot.
movie.
Because it kind of depicts in one of their storylines, especially on the cave painting scene, how the Sasquatch and the humans and what happened in the past. So it's a good.
So where did the Sasquatch come from originally?
Where
is it? What is different planet?
Yes.
Just another dimension.
It came from another planet. There's a sumo planet that was operating, and this is where you get into the. So now John took us there. We're going.
I like it. Let's go.
We're going interdimensional. So hold on to your hats, everybody. So I love it. It's like John went there.
Let's go.
We were all about golden eagles. Now we're going bald eagle medicine because John went there. He took us to that level. We were warp 4. Now we're going warp 44, guys. You ready for
Like
this?
it. Let's go.
So what you think is the asteroid belt, right, was actually their planet. It was destroyed millennia ago.
Interesting.
Unnecessary wars, right? Unnecessary
Are
wars.
there necessary wars?
Well,
Just
even
saying.
in Star Wars.
I'm just throwing it out there.
Unjust, whatever.
I
But
think
they
they're
killed
all
the planet.
unnecessary, but
Well-
anyway.
Talk to our brothers up here. That's why we're here. They gotta clean the mess up.
Right.
Asteroid belt, remnants of their planet.
Gotcha.
So in between Mars and what was it, Jupiter?
Something like that.
Yeah, there was a planet that was there. That's where he's saying we came from. Initially, the Sasquatch were created as soldiers, but they've evolved past that now because they're here to make amends. So hence they're now on Earth as guardians.
I like that.
But they were created by the star people.
Now, are they technically spirits now, or are they?
No, they have their 3D form just like we do. Yeah, but they vibrate very high.
Right. So they were able to just go from place to place.
Correct. Because they're interdimensional, so they can increase their vibration even more. Because every time I felt them around me, physically, my body just shakes like this. Oh my God, you're too much! You're too much! You're too much! That's what I have to tell Uniac all the time because I guess this vessel still can't handle it. Or it tickles. Yeah. So that's why they can
Hence the eagle feathers.
Yeah. Hence the eagle feathers. So
That's awesome.
Gotta hold it. It's not official. I'm sitting in my tent, holding my eagle feathers. There's too much, guys. Too much. Keep it here. If you guys can imagine Garrett, he's inside, he's praying really hard, and Sasquatch shows up and he's holding his eagle feathers. Hanging off for dear life.
And I'm I'm a very visual
I
person.
know, you should totally got it. Totally got it.
You know, it's funny when we were doing our training and Pixie, and you know they also work with dragon energy,
Dragons.
right?
They're
Now,
not
dragons.
I was watching a show on Gaia, and they were talking
dragon.
about that. You know, one of them mentioned dragons
Mhm.
in it and saying, you know, a lot of this stuff is real. It's dimensional type
Yes,
stuff.
it is.
It's, you know, these stories weren't all false.
Right.
Now,
And the
we
kids can see them.
yes.
Hey, I'm all about unicorns, fairies, dragons. They're my people.
Yes.
Now, they were talking, now Pixie does dragon stuff too, and Garrett made a joke about, no, you probably don't, but I do. And that's all that matters.
He can't remember names, but he
But
remembers
it's
that.
funny,
This
you
is
said
a John
something,
show, just so you guys know.
you made a joke, right? And all of a sudden, the room
Lit up.
got hot, right? I mean, really super hot, and you went, "Oh God, I was only kidding." He goes, "My dragon, talk to that dragon," you know, and stuff
They were
like.
ready to battle.
Oh my
Ooh.
goodness, yeah. And then it wasn't like the blower just went on in the room or anything. This was summertime,
It just
and it was air conditioner, and I mean, the room literally got to the
Wow.
point that we had to open a door, and I was like,
the wings got fluffed. Their scales got fluffed.
Yeah.
It
Was
made
a
you.
good joke,
It really made you think that there may be something really to this.
Yeah. John really was thinking hard.
Did it hurt?
He got hot and bothered.
But all those feathers around, I was able to cool myself off.
See,
You know?
it was a featherweight class, so John
It was
had
a
his
featherweight
feathers. He was
class.
fatting himself over there.
Yeah.
Yeah. In the corner with his dragons. It's a good thing we have feathers, huh, John?
Now I'm thinking I should give him some feathers.
So this is all that part of the beam too. Is it's like you have the dragons that are in this interdimensional realm, and when you become aware of it, that's when you start to work with them, and they come out and connect with you, just like Sasquatch.
Well, like, you know, the fairy realm, I was like, my friend Pam, she worked with the fairies all the time, and I just said to her, I said, Pam, you know, I have a hard time fathoming that, but then they'd start messing with me.
Mm-hmm.
Right, and doing things, and I was doing a reading with her, I was doing healing,
Mm-hmm.
and all of a sudden I'm getting this like light energy, and you know, I'm getting like tickled and stuff like that, and the only thing that popped into my mind was fairy energy, right? So when I finished the work, it was with a whole group, we were doing a meditation, I was doing energy work towards the end of it, and I said, I don't know, Pam, all I could see was these little fluttering things in my mind, and they were circling you, and they were bothering the hell out of me, you know, tickling me and everything. And she starts laughing. You know, she was a big woman, and she's laughing like crazy. And she goes, "Do you believe yet? Do you believe yet?" Just because you can't see them doesn't mean they're not real.
Just another dimension.
Just another dimension.
Yep.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And why is it in all the belief systems? There's like the little people.
Because there's
And
truth.
stuff like that. Yeah, there is truth to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, stories.
And what I love is like with all these stories, science comes up with proof. More and more and more and more. And
When they weren't even looking for it half the time either.
Exactly, and I'm like, take that.
Yeah. Yep.
So yeah.
And that is
I love
kind of the nature of the game right now too, with all these orbs. A lot of orbs in the pictures. So one of the things that I do is I go on Facebook, and I haven't started this year, but I did a lot of Facebook Lives. When this dude comes in, my face just, and they can see it. They're like, you're gone. Because it skews the whole so much. Because the Sasquatch come in because their frequency is so high.
Right.
And they're like, you're gone, Gary, you're not even there. And you just see all the pixelated and everything. I'm like, I know, I'm here, but you guys, you don't have to see me, right?
You see a
You already
t-shirt
know
and a
what
pair
I
of
look like.
pants,
I know, you just see like headless Gary.
You know what I look like? You just listen to my voice.
Yeah, it's like, that's all that matters.
I love that.
Years ago, when I was trying to record one of the meditations, right, and it was just an audio recording, you heard the music, you heard the breathing of everybody, and my voice was not there.
No sound.
No sound, right? But you heard ambient sound, but not my voice during it.
You weren't
Did
there.
you slip in a different dimension during that time?
Well, either that or the wasn't supposed to be recorded. I didn't try to figure out the whys of it. It's like it didn't happen. It's happened that way before. I had an astrology reading done for me, and I had 21 minutes of a 2-hour and 15-minute session, right? The recorder has 2 hours and 15 minutes, but there's only 21 minutes of voice, the first 21 minutes. The rest of it is not there. And
You erased it.
yeah. I wanted it.
I get it. I mean, I had a guest on the show twice, and she shared her story, and it's quite a story. And twice something happened, and it didn't. The first time it didn't record for some reason. The second time, when I moved it from my little SD card onto the computer, half of it deleted.
Yep.
Yeah.
So it wasn't time to share her story yet.
No. Exactly.
So.
And that type of stuff happens quite a bit. Why do we, like when I did a healing for a person, I had turned my phone off. This is going back about 10 years ago or more. And I put it, say, across the room. And it was a flip phone because I could put it on, they fit on my uniform. Right?
I'm not going there. I'm leaving that alone.
Is that what you called it, John?
Flip phone.
No, the uniform. Is that what you called it?
My uniform.
Okay.
When I was a cop. I don't know. I'm not getting this. This is going way above my head. Well, anyway, I put the phone away, turned off, and I did healing work on this person. And I went back to get my phone, and I had the blue screen to death, and it was only a couple months old, the phone.
So you killed it?
I killed the phone from across the room.
Because it was a flip phone.
Because it was a flip phone. I still don't get what this is funny. People write in, please, and inform me what I'm missing.
Yeah, just comment below, please.
Yeah, comment below. It's still way above my head. It's going right here. I need it between the eyes.
He's still in the 3D, guys. He's still in the 3D.
This is so funny because I love it. It's like we cannot be serious even if we try.
No, forget it.
Maybe a sec.
This is how you know when you have a clown. You either join the party or you out. You're like, I'm gone. This is too wacko for me. I know. That's all right.
I like it. I like. It's so funny because I had people walk away. It's like I can't with you. You're too happy. Bye.
Yeah.
I actually had that happen.
Yep.
A few times. And
Yep.
The first time it happened, I was like, the fire truck. What?
Yeah. You're too happy?
And there's a few things you cannot have enough of. Happy, money, love.
Yeah.
Right?
Laughter?
Laughter.
Yeah.
All of those good things. But it's like, I can't. You're too happy. I can't hang out with you.
Wow.
Peace out. Bye. Right?
They can't handle your happiness.
Oh, sometimes I can't handle it. But that's okay. That's a whole different story.
She goes into another room where she can't handle it.
Hang on, I'll be right back.
Her body just sits there like this. Staring vacantly.
Yeah, but I mean, yeah. The first time that happened, I was so dumbfounded. I didn't even know what to say.
Mm-hmm.
It happens sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
I was just like,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What the fire truck? Fire truck is a word. It's the only other word that starts in F and ends in UCK.
Oh, okay. Fire truck. Got it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And she uses it well.
I use it very well.
What the fire truck?
What the fire truck,
What
man.
the fire truck?
And then there's the mother fire trucker too.
Another fire trucker.
Anyway.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You're just too happy.
No such
We
thing
can't
as
hang.
too happy.
We cannot hang. You're just too happy for
It
me.
sucks for you.
Right?
Bye, there's the door.
I didn't want it anyway.
Okay, now look at me and say with a straight face.
You're just too happy.
Damn it. That
I'm
was a
native.
straight face.
Native.
Ah,
See, come on now.
damn it.
She forgot I was native.
Yeah.
Incarnation, so we have serious.
It was
down to the T.
I was really good with the serious face when they
But
came
I
to
shifted
my
out
kids.
as a dimension. Did you see that?
Yeah.
Okay. Going stoic.
Look at that.
Yeah. So I kind of had that advantage a little bit. Can't do it with John though.
Give me a minute. I'm a quick study, man.
Oh, let me get my download.
I just need to find the right teacher.
No, you just be like, download me. Not that hard.
Can you say ow?
No.
Wait, 3D body here still. Gotta be careful what you ask for, guys. True
Right.
story. I've seen it happen with somebody.
No, I want to hear the story.
Well, she
Oh.
goes like this because she needed
Called
validation. So, star people around? I know. Sorry, I'm making fun of her, but she knows I make fun of her.
So that makes it okay.
She totally knows. I won't say a name though. But she asked for the star people to come, so they came, and then she said, I just need further validation, please, that everything's great, and that you're around, and that, yeah, I'm speaking my language, and next you know, she's kind of
Twitching.
doing this
Yeah.
with her neck.
Wow.
I was just there like, does it hurt? She's like, shut up, Harriet, shut up. I'm like, you asked for it. You asked for it. You were clearly human.
Yeah.
So again, be careful what you ask for. Manifestations are happening just like that. Fast,
Yes,
fast,
they
fast,
do.
fast. Watch your thoughts. Be careful.
Mhm.
Have fun.
Have fun.
Gotta have fun.
Gotta have fun. It's important. If
That's
ain't
one
fun,
of the chapters in my book. It's the last chapter in my book. It's have fun.
someone got the memo.
Yeah.
Have fun, okay? If this-
Because happiness matters.
I'm
happiness-
telling you, damn it, have fun. You will have fun.
Yeah.
And you will be happy.
If you didn't get anything else
Reset.
from the show, at least laughter, okay? Laughter. Anything else from the other, whatever we were talking about, doesn't matter.
Right.
Because it was just laughter.
Right.
That's the only thing that matters right now.
Laughter is the goodest.
Yeah.
And gooder is a word.
Yeah.
My editor uses the word gooder.
Yes.
Gooder.
In Navajo, they say gooder a lot.
Really?
It's a joke.
Oh.
That's how you know you have your Navajo accents when you say gooder. And everybody's, oh, res kid over there. You don't want to be a res kid.
Well then.
That was the joke growing up. It's like, okay, your accent's out. Gooder.
Gooder.
I like saying gooder because it's funner.
Yeah, I say funner all the time.
See, there you go.
Mm-hmm.
All these ers.
Ers.
And you get happier. By
Happier.
But wise no.
Two, please. No.
Later.
So I'm reading the audience right now, and they're just kind of like, I don't know what they're saying, but they're laughing a lot.
Yeah, yeah.
And they're gonna let you know, and of course, all the connections are like, Garrett. So the show, and I didn't get anything. Yeah, you did.
Yeah, you
missed,
laughed.
You missed the whole entire thing. They're like, yeah, but what did you say? What was this? I was trying to listen to Sasquatch and stuff, but no, you missed the whole point.
It's called pause, rewind.
Yeah.
Pause, rewind,
You
close
should
your
have got
eyes.
it from the get-go, from the beginning.
No seriousness.
No.
Seriousness is non-existent.
No. And
Especially
Yeah.
when you got 3 clowns in the room.
Now, on a serious note.
laugh right there?
Oh, serious.
On a serious
We
note.
got all serious,
and his voice got deeper
too.
That's right.
A word from our sponsor, the Thunder
Yes.
Heart.
This is awesome. Wow.
Wow.
Garrett, thank you so much
Yeah,
for
I
coming.
appreciate you coming
You're
here.
welcome.
And
You are
thank you,
amazing.
Sasquatch.
Yes.
Yes, thank you.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, wow.
The Sasquatch laughing show.
Now, has Sasquatch ever shown up like with infrared or anything? Anybody do that while you're doing this? If another energy shows up around it?
Yes, on the Facebook Lives, because the pixels will show him back behind me.
Wow.
Yeah, so when you look at some of the Facebook Lives I've done, they see him standing right behind.
Ah,
Because the pixels will form his shape.
wow.
Yeah.
So when I edit this, it'll be fun.
It could be, yeah.
Could be.
It could
Yeah.
be interesting.
Show up. Put your
Yeah.
energy up there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But don't erase it.
Yo.
No.
Too late, John. Careful what you ask for.
No, but seriously, thank you so much for coming,
Yes.
for
You're
being
welcome.
here. This is so much fun.
I know. I had a lot of fun, too.
Right,
Good.
yes.
I need a good
And
laugh.
you know what? It's like, I felt sick when you guys came. I don't.
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah, you were
It's like,
over it. You're like, I'm done.
yeah.
But Beanie, you are sick.
It's a good sick.
It's a good sick.
It's a good sick.
Yeah.
It's very contagious.
Yes.
I don't. No, seriously, I feel like, yeah, I'm done.
Yeah, we
With
moved
that.
that energy out.
Right? Thank you.
It does. That laughter, it raises that vibration.
Yeah.
It does.
Mhm.
It really does. So, anyway, thank you.
You're welcome.
Anytime.
Thank you.
You should
Thank
come
you.
back. Thank you all. Thank
Yes.
you.
Thank you.
Squirrel 1, Squirrel
Squirrel.
2.
Yeah.
I'm
Squirrel.
the nut.
We'll go with that.
I'm in the middle, so
Yeah.
I'm the nut.
Thanks for watching, guys. You have a great one.
Yeah.
Till next time. Ciao.
Ciao.